Hey, this is Zachlog the Great. So, we're coming up to 2 years since I started this channel. And for those of you who haven't been with me that long, which is most of you probably, I started this channel after seeing the frankly insane reaction of the left to the election of President Donald Trump. And that hasn't cooled down. It hasn't gotten any better. I keep hoping at some point the left is going to come to their senses and look at what they're doing and realize the destruction they are causing and the absolute venom they are sowing in our society, and it keeps not happening. They just keep ramping it up. They just keep pouring on the hatred. And I'm worried. But tonight I mostly want to talk about the 2 years doing this channel and what that's been like. I'd also like to say something which I haven't said, or at least haven't said often. Um, I don't do this for money. I'm not trying to pay my bills or certainly not get rich with this. But we could definitely use some. There's quite a few expenses around this house. There's a lot of things that need taken care of, and I would, if you could support me financially, if I would massively appreciate it. If you enjoy what I have to say, if you like my videos, if you want to help me spread these ideas, uh, I would really appreciate it if you would support me. I'm going to be putting a PayPal link below this video, and I'm going to be doing that on a regular basis going forward. Um, and like I said, if you could toss in $1 a month, if you could toss in anything, toss in $1, $5, whatever you think this is worth, I would really appreciate it. And I have sunk a little money into this. It's not been huge, but you know, I would appreciate it, and it would help me. It would give me a reason to more reason to keep going, and perhaps uh, be a bit more diligent about it. But so, as I said, there will be a PayPal link below the video, and anything would help. Thank you. So having said that, like I said, there's been doing this 2 years. I'm up to 130 subscribers, 114 videos. Those videos include 43 poems memorized and performed, um, including two significantly long ones. There's 14 poetry talks, and 3 book talks and 1 debate. And between all of these videos, that is 22,000 views. One video in particular is almost half of those, but I had 71 new subscribers this year, and I hope I am living up to your expectations. I've recorded from 3 locations, and hopefully my current studio is going to be stable for a while. Is going to be manageable for some time. Um, if you could be standing in the room here with you, with me, if you could see what my studio actually looks like, you'd probably chuckle a bit, but it serves my needs. uh, After watching Google and other tech giants become more censorious, become more intolerant of dissent, um, last year I had decided to create a backup channel on VidMe. And online video distribution is not an easy business. It is not cheap, and so VidMe actually went under. And you know, earlier this year, I started seeing more of the same, got a little worried, and I created a similar backup channel on BitChute. You can find me on bitchute.com, Zachlog the Great. I'll include a link in the description, and you can see I actually just finished catching up my BitChute channel with all of my videos from YouTube. So this year, I started a new feature on my channel. I've been memorizing and performing poetry almost the entire time I've been doing this channel. I started a new feature where myself and some friends, usually Chris and Nate, have hold discussions of the poetry I perform. I've had two special guests so far. That would be John C. Wright and Tom Simon. I hope that they will join us again, and I am trying to recruit more special guests. Um, we will see about my success with that. Um, and one thing I wanted to mention is why I record poetry, why I post this, because it's a poetry. Really, why does it matter? Um, And on my first anniversary video, I said, I think the way poetry is taught in our schools today is just abominable. It's horrific. The idea that most students get of what poetry is and what poetry could be is it's awful, and it's saddening. Um, and that is still absolutely true. Um, Also, when I've been working on some of the longer poems, especially, I will sometimes listen to other people's performances, help me remember, help me learn my lines. And one thing I've noticed while doing that, uh, I'm not going to name any names, but most of the poetry performances on YouTube are terrible. They are utterly flat, expressionless, and just bland. I've seen exceptions. I have seen some exceptions, but most of them are not good at all. And so, um, another part of the reason I record my own versions is because I'm trying to put some punch into it. I'm trying to give them some verb, give them some life, put some spirit into these words, because uh, I pick poems I like, I pick poems that mean something to me, and I want to respect the authors who created that by giving their work the best I can. Um, and I hope I do that. Um, and, kind of on a similar question, uh, why do I make these videos? What am I hoping to accomplish? And that's tough. I mean, it's, you know, try and write these up, record these, sometimes put in a little editing, recruit some people to join in with me sometimes. And like I say in my channel description, um, I'm just one guy trying to tell the truth as best I can. There's a lot of things wrong in the world today, and there are a lot of people who are spreading absolutely toxic, deadly lies. And I'm just trying to be a voice, putting out the truth there as best I can. Am I perfect? Am I right about everything? No. Uh, have I, made some mistakes in some of the things I've said on this channel? Probably. I'm only human. I'm not aware of anything off the top of my head that I feel a need to recant, to walk back. But, you know, if someone will show me where I'm wrong, I'd be happy to turn around. But for now, I'm just trying to tell the truth as best I can. And these are the tools I have. Over the past few months, my own video production has been a bit more sporadic. I have to admit, if it weren't for my adding the book and poetry talks, I would be significantly lower, probably, production than my first year. Um, which, you know, like I said, I'm not, making any money off of this. This is certainly not a living. I'm just doing this, uh, trying to put my best thoughts out there. And life gets complicated. Life gets busy. It's been a little rougher to keep up with it. I still would like to do, one of my own videos once a week. I'd like to keep up with that. I think it's a good pace. I think it's something I can maintain, and I think I've got enough to talk about. I think there's enough enough things that need to be said to keep going at that pace. Um, anyway, if you enjoy my work, if you like what I've done so far, like I said earlier, I'd really appreciate any support you could throw in, and I will credit you. I will credit that support in my descriptions. If and If you have any suggestions for topics you'd like me to cover, or poems you'd like me to record, let me know, and I will definitely look at that. I've had 2 requests for poems so far. I've recorded one of them, and I still remember the other. I recorded Every Riven Thing by Christian Wyman. The other is The Caller by George Herbert, and I think I will do that one. I haven't yet, but I think I will get to that one. Um, I've had at least one request for a reaction video, which would be interesting work as well. I'll have to dig that up and see if I can get to that. In any case, uh, 2 years. It's been an interesting time. Uh, thanks for sticking with me, and I hope to live up to your expectations. God be with you.